Christmas traditions are a go in historic downtown St. Charles, but some have concerns about continuing during COVID. One of the characters reached out to Fox 2 about his misgivings. This as 19 workers for that event have already been affected by COVID. Fox 2's Elliot Davis has more in tonight's You Paid For It.
There are about 96 people in the St. Charles Christmas tradition on Main Street, including the characters and production crew. I got this email from one of the characters who asked to remain anonymous that said, "I am connected to the festival as one of the characters and am very concerned for my health and the health of the tens of thousands of people who are expected to attend this event this year. I beg of you to bring light to the situation as not to cause any more unnecessary sickness, death, or rise in COVID numbers." But a different view from the head of the St. Charles Tourism Department that's putting on the event. St. Charles has a 7-day COVID positivity average of 26%. An acceptable level is about 5%.
Dan, do you think it's safe having this St. Charles Christmas tradition with the characters in the midst of rising COVID cases?
I do. We've taken every precaution to make sure that all of the cast and characters are safe, as well as all of the visitors coming to visit Christmas traditions.
Tourism confirmed that some of those in the event had tested positive or been exposed to COVID-19.
You sent out a email, I think in it you said 19 people have tested positive for COVID or in quarantine. Obviously that gives you some concern.
Yes, earlier in the earlier stages of the planning process, there were that many approximately either exposed or just in quarantine in various stages, but the majority of them are coming off that quarantine stage.
Safety steps they're taking now include requiring all the workers to wear a mask and having characters behind barriers like fences so they're not too close to the public. I talked to the mayor of St. Charles, Dan Borgmeyer, about holding the event amid the spike in COVID cases.
Do you think it should have been canceled for this year?
I do not. There's a lot of things being canceled that I don't think should be. I think it's overcautiousness. You still got to have life.
The mayor himself is one of those who caught COVID.
Do you think that your getting COVID has in any way influences the way you govern on this issue?
I can't say it does.
The rising cases may be causing him to think differently about one issue, mask mandates. Before the new spike, he was adamantly opposed.
So right now you're amenable, if things get worse, to a limited mask mandate. Is that an accurate way to say it?
That is correct. I would be in favor of that.
He points out the drawbacks to that.
There's no teeth in it anyway. Even if you do have it mandatory, then you can't enforce it. If you do enforce it, it's not going to be widespread.
So why would you be in favor of a limited mask mandate then if it does no good?
If it's required of people in businesses, if you go into a convenience store and that person must have a mask on, I believe that the masks mitigate the spread of the disease.
Mayor Borgmeyer says St. Charles County mayors got together and decided they didn't want a mask mandate. But you heard the mayor said he's subject to change his mind if things get worse. Of course, I'll stay on top of this deal. After all, you paid for it.